Field Properties. You can customize how a field appears on the grid by defining object-level field properties. To access these field properties, click More and Edit Fields to go into Step 2 of the Grid Wizard. Once you're in the Grid Wizard, Step 2, click the ellipsis icon to the right of whatever field that you would like to customize. In this case, I will click the ellipsis next to Active. You can see this ellipsis is blue, and I'll explain that in just one moment. When I click that ellipsis, the Field Properties box pops up with all the different properties I can customize for this specific field. You can see which field you're on right here, Account Active, and the properties available to me are right here. Label. The first field that I can customize is Label, and I can type a label here if I would like a different label to appear in the grid headers and throughout the grid for this field than what the default label may be. Read Only. When a field is set to Read Only, users will not be able to edit this field. They'll be able to see it, but they won't be able to change it. Required. When a field is set to Required, users will not be able to save new or existing records without filling out this field. They will not be able to leave it blank. Quick Filter. When the Quick Filter box is checked, a button will appear at the top of the grid for this field, allowing you and the users of this grid to quickly filter the grid data by this field. That would look like this. Right here at the top, I have a button for Active. That was the field I was just customizing. And when I click on it, I can see the options within that field, and I can quickly filter my data either by browsing or by searching without having to go into the filter menu and customize that. That's quick filters. Column width. Enter the desired column width here in pixels, and that will determine the width for this field on the grid. And summary type. For numeric fields, you can select a roll-up summary type right here. Summaries can be applied to fields that have a numeric data type, as well as pick list and text fields that you know have numeric values. When enabled, summaries will display a summary row above the object's data rows, with the field values rolled up on the grid. And these values will be updated dynamically as you change your grid data. Keep in mind, the summary only takes into account the data loaded on the page, not the entire data set. So if you have 5 pages of data and you're on page 1, your summary will only show you page 1. If Group by Fields are configured on page 3 of the Grid Wizard, the behavior of summaries is different. A grand total row will appear at the top of the grid, and summaries in the grand total row will be for the entire data set of the grid, not just the current page. After the grand total row, summaries will appear within each group by header on the grid. If you open the field properties for a text area, for example, account description, you will have an additional option to customize. In the account description field properties, I can also customize text area height. This is only available in text area fields. And this height will only apply to a field if it is editable. If you have made it read only by checking this box, then you won't be able to customize the height. Text area height. Enter the number of pixels that you would like the text area height to be. When you click OK, the field properties you've selected here will be applied to this field. Field properties. If you have any questions or you'd like to learn more, please contact us at appbuddy.com. We would love to help you.